Jagriti Yatra, world's largest entrepreneurship train journey. 15 days, 8,000 kilometers, and 525 participants on board. We pause at remarkable locations to meet real life superheroes. SRP Superheroes brought to you by Jagriti Yatra and an investor education and awareness initiative of HDFC Mutual Fund. For over a decade in India's farming heartlands, a simple idea began to take shape, placing farmers at the center. What started as an effort to ensure fair prices grew into VilFresh, building trust between farmers and consumers. Season after season, with discipline, patience, and long-term thinking, transformed a small initiative into a sustainable model. As the Jagriti Yatra train arrives, we hear from the superhero himself as he shares his journey of impact.
So here we are with Selvakumar Varadharajan, founder of VilFresh, and he loves to call him Chief Executive Layman at VilFresh. So Selva, welcome.
Vanakkam, Namaste.
So what really inspired you to take the first step to start VilFresh, even if it felt very small at that moment?
It all started at our Bangalore kitchen. After 2.5 years of mother feeding, my wife wanted to go for the first external feed, and she was not happy with the choices she had in Bangalore. She's a research analyst kind of background, having worked with Genpact, TCS, AC Nielsen. The milk that we were getting in Bangalore, for that matter any city, after boiling it, that vessel becomes the toughest one to wash. Something gets sediment at the bottom. So what happens when it goes to the tummy of her beloved angel? So that was the spark. So I would say VilFresh is fathered by my wife Sharmila. I ended up mothering it. That's how I ended up starting this.
Wonderful. And Selva, can you share any moment of challenge in the journey of VilFresh that you faced?
I'm from a pure academic background. My wife from a corporate background. We ended up starting this particular D2C brand where we had over 50% of exposure to B2B, selling to Horeca segment. With our limited knowledge about the business world, we thought 30 days credit cycle with the B2B clients means 30 days, but we never knew that to raise the bill it takes 45 days, to get the money it takes more than 60 days, 70 days. And before we could figure it out, the pandemic came. Half of our revenue was stuck there, half of our commodities have gone waste, all that. But we were quick enough to realize and get rid of B2B completely and concentrate only on B2C, where we get the money in our account ahead of the month. People load the wallet, then they buy, and that was the blessing in disguise.
Wonderful. So Selva, you have been since the beginning of VilFresh very consistent in your efforts, whatever you have been doing, small, big. How have you seen those consistent efforts over the time result into, or rather compounded into, big impact for the society, for the people for which VilFresh is made?
When you own the baby, when the baby is yours, which you conceived over a period of time and finally delivered, you will stick to it. We went through two tough patches. One was the pandemic time. We were losing money big time because half of our produce was going waste. And then the second one was the funding winter. We could stick onto this game. The tipping point was like it happened in the 9th year. It happened to so many businesses. When I spoke to Shashiji of Akshay Kalpa, he said in 9 years span I was bankrupted 6 times. I was very happy that I bankrupted only 3 times. Okay, so I was fortunate still. 9th year we got endorsed by our beloved Sridhar Vembuji, and also Next Bharat Ventures of Suzuki, and thanks to ecosystems like JY, Jagriti Yatra, even Upaya Social Ventures for having backed us throughout even during our tough days.
But usually what you are saying, it takes 9 to 10 years actually to really stand on your feet.
Very true.
It's difficult to really achieve anything so before that. That much patience is required, right?
It is 100% fact for people, those who start from a humble background, I would say. For fundraise, you need to be from a premier institution. So the first tick mark. Otherwise, you should have worked with the big corporations in the world. Second one. Or third one, you should have worked with any successful startups earlier, or you should have run a startup and had some exit. I don't belong to any of these three categories. I graduated from a mediocre college, then worked in a small bank, then a BPO, then I was a professor. So the only way for us to earn the trust of the investor is we have to prove by ourselves by putting everything that we have, time, effort, money, borrowed money, all that. Then we have to show the result on paper with our money, with our effort. We have proven the model we have taken until this level. Then when the external fund comes, we will be able to grow.
Yeah, so then my question, Selva, to you is for our young entrepreneurs who are on this Jagriti Yatra train journey, what would be your advice to them?
First, start with, is that problem really exist? Is that problem the high priority? Do your customers know that they have this problem? You have no money, effort, bandwidth to go and make them realize that they have that problem and sell. So spend enough time, sleep with this any idea for weeks, months and years. Then finally, you have to conceive and deliver it.
Hope to see you become the next unicorn of India. We are waiting for that time, Selva.
Thank you. At Next Bharat, we feel that unicorns are fantasy. India needs more of elephants. Elephants walk slow and it walk in the right direction. We would love to emerge as one of the elephants, and coming to JY is always coming back home. Thank you guys for hosting, and thank you very much.
SRP Superheroes brought to you by Jagriti Yatra and an investor education and awareness initiative of HDFC Mutual Fund. Like Selvakumar's journey of building VilFresh, big journeys never start big. They start with one step, repeated consistently, small actions, steady efforts, and a long-term commitment. This is what transforms lives. This is what builds future. This is what SIP stands for. Start small, stay consistent, grow with purpose. Because consistency is the real superpower. When life itself is like an SIP, why not have an SIP for life as well? SRP Superheroes brought to you by Jagriti Yatra and an investor education and awareness initiative of HDFC Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.